In the United States, it has already been out since November 10th, while in other parts of the world, it will still take a while until the movie is released. We are talking about Paramount's new family comedy, Clifford the Big Red Dog, which has delighted viewers all over the world with its sweet story, or will at least certainly do so in the near future. In fact, Clifford the Big Red Dog is the most streamed movie on Paramount Plus today, grossing more than $35 million in the US thus far. Originally based on the 1963 children's book of the same name by Norman Bridwell, the story was then chosen to be adapted into an animated series in the early 2000s. On Wednesday, Paramount then surprisingly announced that they are already working on a sequel to the story of Emily and her ever-growing dog Clifford. More detailed information is not available as of yet, so it is also unclear whether the Paramount film will once again be shown in both theaters as well as on the company's own streaming service, or whether it will only be accessible on Paramount Plus. Things are not going well for the Black Panther Wakanda Forever crew. Back in August, Shuri actress Letitia Wright suffered an injury during a stunt on set. After a short-term stay in hospital, the 28-year-old took some time off to fully recover. It seems that her injuries are more severe than initially thought, and thus the team has now come to a point where shooting without the character, who is essential to the film, would no longer make sense. Consequently, the responsible parties have decided to stop filming for this year and to resume in January 2022. Whether and how exactly this unplanned break will also affect the release date on November 11th, 2022 is still unclear. The series Arcane, which has only been completely accessible on Netflix since a couple of days, is becoming a huge success for the streaming service. Netflix already announced the second season this week and at the same time stated that it is already in production. The joint project of Riot Games and Netflix is based on the hit game League of Legends and is about the ever-escalating turmoil between the two cities of Piltover and Zaun, which are located in the center of Runeterra. Piltover is known as the City of Progress and is an utopian paradise for science, while next to it lies the City of Zaun, which is considered to be a darker but also significantly freer version of its adjacent city. Netflix didn't want to reveal too many details about the second season yet, however, it is certain that Haley Steinfeld, Ella Purnell, Katie Long, and Kevin Alejandro will return as voice actors. Of course, we will notify you once a release date for the second season is confirmed. The Matrix Resurrections is without questions one of the most anticipated movies of the remaining year. Barely a month before its release, Warner Brothers decided to publish further material on its blockbuster. On Twitter, you can enjoy a few posters, each of which highlights one of the main characters. These posters are definitely well made, but at the same time, they do not reveal anything new about the largely unknown story. We do know at least that the plot takes place about 20 years after the events of Matrix Revolutions and will once again revolve around Thomas Anderson, the protagonist of the prequels. Much to the joy of many fans, we will see many actors from the original trilogy again, including Carrie-Anne Moss, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Keanu Reeves. Also joining the cast are Jessica Henwick, Neil Patrick Harris, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and Christina Ricci, among others. Moreover, The Matrix Resurrections will be directed once again by Lana Wachowski, who along with her sister is considered to be the franchise's creator. David Mitchell, who co-drafted the script with Wachowski and Alexander Hammond, is full of praise of the film. In an interview with the Greek magazine Tovima, the screenwriter expressed that the movie is truly a beautiful and weird creation. He also stressed that he could not reveal anything more specific about the plot. However, he added that it is definitely not supposed to be another sequel, but something independent. We are definitely excited and look forward to the release on December 22nd, 2021. After Wonder Woman 1984 was rather a flop than a hit, it was unclear for a long time as to how the Wonder Woman franchise should proceed. Wonder Woman 3 was indeed confirmed almost a year ago, but in the meantime, it did not seem as if the production was making any noticeable progress. In early November, leading actress Gal Gadot confirmed once again that work on this script was still underway. As reported by the US site The Hashtag Show, the first details about this story have already been leaked by a trustworthy source. It is said that Asteria, played by Linda Carter, who appeared in the end credits scene of Wonder Woman 1984, will be featured again. She and the female protagonist must find a man named Arian, as his parents are from both Atlantis and Themyscira, and thus he would have the gift of unifying both realms. As the story unfolds, Wonder Woman is then expected to team up with Aquaman to neutralize the Madden Aryan. In the current version of the script, the DC superhero Blue Beetle, who will even get his own solo movie, is also believed to play a role. What are your thoughts on the rumors surrounding Wonder Woman 3? Do you think an appearance of Blue Beetle and Aquaman would be realistic, or do you feel it is still way too early to speculate? Feel free to tell us in the comments. After almost 4 months of shooting, the cast and crew of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania wrapped up their final take last Tuesday. This was announced via Twitter by director Peyton Reed, who also directed the 2 previous films. What he left out were, of course, further details about the plot of the third Ant-Man movie. All that is known, as is usual with many other Marvel films, is who is starring in the movie. The cast is at least a reason to be excited, because you can look forward to many familiar faces. Among them are Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Pena, and many more. We also know that Jonathan Majors has been cast in an as yet unknown role. Here, many are speculating on Kang the Conqueror. What Reed also shared with the Twitter community was an impressive artwork by Mark James Hiblin. On it, you can see Hope Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, on the helmet of her partner Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania will be released in theaters on July 28th, 2023. In the world of video games, the Mass Effect franchise has been one of the best action role-playing games on the market for many years. In addition to the freedom of choice in the game, players are especially captivated by the space atmosphere, all of which is of course filled with countless lovable characters. Amazon now seems to want to use this great popularity for its own series, as a report from Deadline states. According to them, the company is currently in negotiations with BioWare and publisher EA, and there are very large sums of money involved. This matches the rumors from the beginning of the year, when it was claimed that The Witcher actor Henry Cavill is taking part in the upcoming Mass Effect project. In case the rumors turn out to be true and Cavill is indeed starring in a Mass Effect series, he would naturally be in line for the role of Commander Shepard, the game's protagonist. Either way, it would come as a big surprise. After all, a movie adaptation of the Mass Effect series was already under discussion 10 years ago to no avail. Whether the deal between the right holders of Mass Effect and Amazon will actually come to fruition cannot be predicted at the moment. However, we will keep you up to date. Well, there you go. Those were our news for this week. If you want to dive deeper into a possible sequel to the Disney hit movie Zootopia, alias Zootropolis, we recommend our latest original from last Sunday. You can also watch the first 5 minutes of Jurassic World Dominion on our channel, so don't miss this exclusive movie clip.